Genetics deal with heredity and variation. What does the strong what does the word hereditary mainly refers to? Genetics. A study of inheritance of trait in human is called heredity. The study of heredity from one generation to another is called genetics. Ornithology is the study of bird. Pomology is the study of fruit. Branch of botany related to a study of photosynthesis is plant physiology. Study of bone is done under osteology. What is vermiculture farming? A science of raising worms. Evolution of life. The origin of a species. Darwin. The reason for large scale diversity among the organism is mutation. According to recent proof, the life on Earth emerged approximately 8,000 years. Latest ancestor of modern human is Cro-Magnon man. The main factor of development is natural selection. The reason for development is generation to generation adaptation. Archaeopteryx is most ancient bird of Jurassic age. A warm-blooded animal. Toad belong to the class Amphibia. Crocodile belong to reptiles. Fish belong to fishes. Taxonomy. First to use the characteristic of vascular tissue in the classification of plant. Apicondyle. Which of the following is an example of binomial scientific name? Rana tigrina. फ्रॉग का नाम है राना टाइग्रीना. प्रोटिस्टा ग्रुप इंक्लूड यूनिसेलुलर यूकैरियोटिक organism in lichen chlorophyll containing partner alga and fungus live together. Interaction between algae and fungi to form lichen is called mutualism. Choose vascular plant from the following. Fern. In microgial association, the advantage of plant is protection and food. Increased mineral absorption and disease protection. Spirogyra is an example of which of the following? Green algae. Example of algae, diatom. Largest phylum in the animal kingdom, Arthropoda. Phylum true for phylum Echinodermata. Tribe multicellular animal with the developed organ system. Echinodermata star-shaped, cylindrical body, triploblastic, and possess a coelomic cavity. They also have a characteristic water vascular system. Respire through tube, feet, and dermal bronchi, skin, gills. Animal without red RBCs, earthworm. The smallest organism capable of autonomous growth and reproduction is mycoplasma. Fungi are plants that lack chlorophyll. After bringing out water, fishes die because they cannot breathe. How do the memory of honeybee hive recognize each other? By a smell. Dolphins are classified as mammals. Frog and toad are example of following amphibians. Anura. Does a bryophyte have a spore mother cell? Diploid. Cell. Structural and function unit of life. Cell. Powerhouse of cell. Mitochondria. The substance found in more than 80% of the cell. Water. Which of the following found both in cell of mango plant and monkey? Cell membrane. Which of the following statement about permanent tissue is correct? They lose the ability to divide. Plant and animal cell differ in cell wall. Heredity. Nonsense codon. UAAA. Sense codon or nonsense codon. Sense codon for amino acid responsible for protein formation. Total number 61. Nonsense termination of protein synthesis. In a standard genetic code, three major stop nonsense codon are accepted. Termination signal for protein synthesis UAA occur, UAG amber, UGA opal. Only UAA is nonsense stop codon. Remaining are sense codon. Mendel's principle of inheritance is based on sexual reproduction. Character of chloroplast which make them qualified to self-replication. Presence of both DNA RNA. Who discovered DNA? James Watson. DNA double helix structure discovered by James and Watson. Responsible for controlling hereditary character of the living cell. DNA. Who synthesized the DNA in vitro? Arthur Kornberg. Biofertilizer. Organic farming is an agriculture system in which organic fertilizer, recycled farm-based and bioagent are used in maximum quantity. Correct example of organic fertilizer: mycorrhizal fungi and blue-green algae. Advancement occurs through the use of pesticide in terms of economy. Human anatomy and physiology. Skeleton and muscle system. Part of a skeleton that are not as hard as bone and which can be bent are called as cartilage. Incorrect. Muscles of the human body. Muscles can only push the bone. Muscle help the bone person activity such as walking, speaking, heartbeat, respiration. Muscle contain contractile protein, actin and myosin. In which organ of the human body is epithelial cell found in epithelial tissue and smooth epithelial tissue found in various organs: tongue, kidney, tubules, salivary gland, sweat gland, pancreas, lungs, nose, ear and eyes. Glycogen is stored in the liver and muscles of the human body in the form of polysaccharide. The number of bone in the hand and the feet of an adult human compared to the total number of bone in the human is approximately what percentage? 50%. How many pair of nerves arise from the spinal cord? 31. Number of teeth that are developed twice in the lifetime of a human being is 20. Number of bone in the human skull is 29. Leg bone in the human body is solid. At the age of 20 years, the number of bone in the human body is approximately 206, axial 80, appendicular 126. Which of the following is not vestigial organ in human? Front flattened teeth incisor. Which of the following connects a muscle to bone? Tendon. Type of joint found at the shoulder is also found at the hip. Which one of the following organ must actively function to regulate our body temperature? Skin. Stapedius is a muscles. Digestive system. In human system, insulin control the metabolism of carbohydrate. Energy stored in a liver and muscles in the form of glycogen. Which organ of the human body is affected by the typhoid fever? Intestine. Typhoid, intestine, tuberculosis, plague, pneumonia, lungs, tetanus, leprosy, nervous system, diphtheria, whooping cough, respiratory tract. Which of the following human organ is affected by the consumption of aflatoxin, food adulteration? Liver. Source of enzyme lipase is pancreas. Enzyme which is mixed the food in our mouth is amylase. Which of the following acid is secreted in the stomach? Hydrochloric acid. Sensitive area of the tongue to bitterness is posterior part. Which gland provide both endocrine and exocrine function? Pancreas. Which part of alimentary canal receive bile from the liver? Small intestine. Which of the following is not endocrine gland? Lacrimal. Lacrimal gland is a tear gland, not endocrine gland. Are located above each eyeball, due to which tears are secreted in each eye. They are present in the upper outer lateral region of each eyeball. Endocrine gland is ductless gland, release hormone directly into blood. Organized endocrine gland in our body include pituitary gland, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, parathyroid, pineal, thymus, gonad. Which of the following are not taste of the tongue? Spicy or umami, pungent. Vitamin and nutrition, mostly carbohydrate. Rice. The human body contains 70% water. Pellagra is caused by deficiency of B3, vitamin B3. Effective in blood clotting is vitamin K. In human body, vitamin A is stored in liver. Not correct about tocopherol, very. Vitamin A retinol cause xerophthalmia. Cyanocobalamin B12 को cause anemia. Very caused by deficiency B1 thiamine. Deficiency of tocopherol vitamin E. Vitamin is known as ergocalciferol. Vitamin D2 not correctly matched. Vitamin K in large amount. Vitamin D sunlight. Vitamin contain cobalt. B12. Cobalamin is scientific name of B12. Insulin is a protein. Most of enzymes are protein. Biological membrane are composed of lipid and protein in varying combination, which are specific to each species, cell type and organelle. Substances which are responsible for catalyzing chemical reaction in living system are enzyme. Deficiency of vitamin C causes scurvy. Which vitamin is found in citrus fruit and essential in keeping the skin healthy? Vitamin C. Chemical name vitamin C. Ascorbic. Milk is poor source of vitamin C. The malfunctioning of thyroid gland is due to deficiency of iodine. Which of the following best source of vitamin A? Carrot. Vitamin A is available in carrot. Water soluble. ADEK. It is used in the production of alcohol. Respirate.